Goals are achieved with hard work and determination, exemplified by the journey of Jeff Mozena.
I grew up north of Dubuque on a dairy farm. I'm the third of four boys. I also had a sister that passed away in her early 20s.
He did not come from a family of bankers. His father was a farmer and an auctioneer.
My mom helped him as support, raised the family, and early on she milked cows and was very much an active farm wife.
He really learned from that background. Hardworking, big work ethic. If Jeff stayed out too late one night, his dad got him up an hour earlier than the next morning. That sort of thing.
A formidable work ethic that led to the most ambitious of goals.
The first time I met Jeff, he looked at me and he says, "I'm going to start my own bank." Now, this is from a 24-year-old kid, and I thought to myself, this guy just raised the bar. He knew what he wanted to do, and he did it.
Jeff has been a visionary for most of his life, especially forming the bank here, which was kind of unheard of.
We started out on John F. Kennedy Road. My early days in starting the company had a fair amount of challenges to it just by entering a marketplace that has a lot of competition in it. We empowered our employees to answer questions and to deal directly with their customers and give them prompt responses. That culture maybe I created, but in fact it kind of permeates throughout the company.
Right now we have about 42 full-time employees or full-time equivalents. It's grown quite a bit since that original start. Jeff's always been focused on loyalty, the skills that you have, and trying to promote from within.
Now, Jeff sets high expectations. It's funny, if you have a meeting with him that starts at 3, don't come in at 2:59, you're already late. You're supposed to be prepared at 3 o'clock.
He's a big problem solver. He knows how to do it. I've seen him in action, and when there's issues that come up, some people are ready to kind of give it up, and that's when Jeff starts rolling up his sleeves and says, "Let's go after this now. I'm ready to start in on this."
But the world of banking wasn't the only place where Jeff rolled up his sleeves in the Dubuque community.
Jeff would never tell you, but he supported so many various charities in our community. Some people want a name on everything. Well, he's not like that, but he sure does care.
He's been part of community boards, whether it be the Arboretum, Camp Albright Acres, I know his family was involved with for a number of years and still is, Finley Hospital. He's sat on the chamber board, a number of boards.
When he gets involved in something, he's just not on the peripheral. He dives right in. Jeff has been involved with the Arboretum, I don't know how long, but for many years, and he's just got to roll up for it.
My wife and I took an area of the Arboretum. We put in a conifer garden. It's a great place to visit and to enjoy life.
Most of the time you think of Jeff, you see him dressed up as a banker, but part of his passion is that he can get out and he can rake leaves and he can do the grunt work that kind of throws back to maybe something, say, 40 years ago when he was growing up. And, of course, back then I think was Dad told you, so you just did the work. But it's nice to see that he hasn't lost the ability and the desire to get out there and get his hands dirty and to work with things himself.
When Jeff doesn't have his hands in the dirt at the Arboretum, he can most often be found spending time with his family.
Jeff has always been very involved with his family. His wife, Janet, is an absolute love, and he has 2 children.
We taught him to be so independent that one lives 5 hours away and the other one lives on the other side of the United States. So maybe a little too independent for us as we become grandparents, but we're really quite proud of their 2 kids.
If I have a family member that's ill, I'll always get texts from Jeff. I'll say, "Hey, how's it going?" Or he'll give me a call and says, "What's going on?" It kind of pulls the heartstrings to know that he really does care.
I think Jeff's legacy is really going to be someone who cares about people. And, I think a big success in life is surrounding yourself with good people. Jeff is obviously the kind of individual that will pull you up. He's a friend through thick and thin, and I couldn't be more proud to be his friend.
For a legacy of hard work and community involvement, Junior Achievement is proud to induct Jeff Mozena, 2024 Business Hall of Fame laureate.